Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, yet something is still missing? Like you're pouring your heart into a connection, only to find him slipping away, distracted, or just not as invested as you are? You wonder, what is the secret that makes a man not just notice you, but need you, crave you, and see you as the one he can't live without? The truth is, most of us are chasing the wrong things, playing by rules that don't work anymore. The world has changed, but love? It still obeys the same timeless principles, principles rooted in power, presence, and respect. Stop for a moment and think, why does a flame draw moths, even though it burns? Why do rare, untouchable things like diamonds captivate us, while ordinary pebbles lie forgotten? Men are wired the same way. They're drawn to what challenges them, what intrigues them, and what forces them to rise. They don't fall for someone because of games or superficial tricks. They fall because of the energy you radiate, the boundaries you defend, and the way you unapologetically take control of your life. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and Dark Psychology comes into play. Powerful tools to shift how you view yourself and how men view you. Let's be brutally honest here. Men don't fall for who you pretend to be. They fall for the quiet power of who you truly are, if you know how to harness it. A man doesn't fall for the woman chasing him. He falls for the woman walking so confidently in her own direction that he's compelled to follow. This is not about manipulation. It's about mastery. Mastery of yourself, your emotions, and the narrative you're writing for your life. Imagine this. You're walking through a crowded market. On one side, there's a vendor shouting for attention, selling trinkets that everyone can grab. On the other side, there's a silent, guarded stall, displaying rare, exquisite art behind a glass case. Which one draws you in? The one that demands nothing from you yet holds a quiet allure. The same principle applies to love. When you radiate self-worth and create an air of mystery, you become that rare treasure, a woman whose presence alone captivates and commands respect. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This applies to relationships too. The moment you stop letting his behavior dictate your happiness, you reclaim your power. Too often, women give away that power, hoping their actions will earn his love. But love isn't something you earn. It's something you inspire. Let's get something straight. Men don't admire neediness. They admire strength. When you cling to someone out of fear, fear of losing them, fear of being alone, you hand them the reins to your life. But when you live like a storm, unpredictable, magnetic, and untamed, you force him to decide, does he have what it takes to stand in your world? If he does, he will chase you with everything he has. If he doesn't, you've dodged a bullet. Here's a hard truth. A man's attention doesn't mean he loves you. It means you're convenient. But his obsession, his devotion, that only comes when he feels like he's earning a place in your life. It's human nature. We value what feels scarce. The moment you stop over-explaining, over-giving, and overcompensating, you shift the dynamic. You're no longer a giver, you're a gift. And gifts aren't handed out freely. They're given to those who've proven themselves worthy. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you stopped waiting for his text and sent yourself flowers instead? When was the last time you stopped refreshing his social media and started building something, anything, that made your heart race? Men fall for women who already have full, vibrant lives, not for women who pause their existence waiting for scraps of attention. The more you fill your own cup, the more he will notice that you are the rare kind of woman who doesn't need him but chooses him. That choice? That's power. Dark psychology teaches us one of the most fascinating truths. People chase what they fear losing. When you're always available, always eager, and always accommodating, you remove the chase. You become predictable. And predictability, for all its comfort, doesn't inspire passion. It inspires complacency. A man needs to feel the risk of losing you to truly appreciate having you. That doesn't mean playing games or being cold. It means being so solid in your boundaries and self-respect that you naturally create space for him to rise to meet you. Here's what most dating advice won't tell you. Love is a battlefield, but the war isn't with him. It's with yourself. You need to conquer the doubts that make you settle for less, the insecurities that make you chase, and the fears that make you cling. True love isn't born from sacrifice. It's born from sovereignty. When you own your life unapologetically, you don't just attract him, you challenge him to become a better version of himself, just to stand beside you. In the words of Epictetus, another Stoic master, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. The more you know yourself, your worth, your boundaries, your passions, the less you'll find yourself begging for anyone's validation. Instead, you'll radiate the kind of confidence that doesn't just turn heads, but captures hearts. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. By the time we finish this journey, you'll have the tools to not just make him fall for you, but to fall in love with yourself first. And that's the ultimate secret. Because when you do that, he won't just notice you, he'll need you. So, are you ready to unlock these secrets? Let's begin. Number 1. Build a kingdom within. Love yourself fiercely. First, have you ever noticed how the strongest, most breathtaking castles are built on solid foundations, not shifting sand? The same is true for love. Without a deep love and respect for yourself, any relationship you build will crumble under the weight of insecurity and doubt. You can't pour love into someone else's cup if yours is empty. This is the first unshakable secret to making a man fall madly in love with you. Love yourself first so fiercely that it creates a kingdom no one can ignore. Think about it. How can someone see your worth if you don't see it yourself? Men are instinctively drawn to women who radiate confidence, independence, and a sense of purpose. When you love yourself deeply, you send out an energy that says, I am whole, and I don't need anyone to complete me, but I choose to let you in. That energy is irresistible. It's like walking through a dark forest and suddenly spotting a light that calls you closer, not because it needs to be seen, but because it simply shines. As Lao Tzu once said, because one believes in oneself, one doesn't try to convince others. Because one is content with oneself, one doesn't need others' approval. This principle is the cornerstone of building your inner kingdom. When you stop seeking validation and begin to nurture yourself, you reclaim the power you may have given away. Picture this. You are a queen building your castle brick by brick. Every act of self-care is another stone in your walls. Every moment you spend pursuing your dreams, your hobbies, or your growth is like raising a flag that says, "This is my kingdom, and I am its ruler." Your castle becomes a place so vibrant, so full of life, that anyone lucky enough to step inside will be in awe. The man who truly sees you will recognize that your kingdom is not his to take over. It's a realm he must earn the privilege to be part of. Men admire women who walk through life with purpose. They're captivated by someone who doesn't shrink herself to fit into his world, but instead invites him to rise to her level. This doesn't mean being unapproachable or arrogant. It means embracing your passions, your quirks, and your worth without apology. When you live like this, you're not chasing love, you're attracting it. And love that comes to you willingly is the kind that stays. Now, let's be honest. Loving yourself fiercely isn't always easy. Society often teaches women to give, to compromise, to put others first. So much so that self-love can feel like selfishness. But let me tell you, self-love isn't selfish, it's survival. Imagine being on an airplane. In an emergency, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first. Why? Because you can't help anyone else if you're gasping for air. In relationships, self-love is your oxygen mask. Without it, you risk suffocating under the weight of unmet expectations and misplaced priorities. To truly build your kingdom within, you need to let go of the idea that someone else will come and rescue you. You are not a damsel in distress. You are the heroine of your story. This mindset shift is a hallmark of Stoicism, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. You can't control whether someone loves you, but you can control how you love yourself. And when you do, you create an energy that makes the right man see you as unforgettable. Here's a powerful metaphor to carry with you. Think of yourself as a rare gem buried deep in the earth. It's not easy to find, and it's not for everyone to claim. But its value lies in its uniqueness and the fact that it cannot be easily possessed. A man who's worth your time will dig, sweat, and earn his place in your life. He will see your kingdom and know it's not just a home, it's a legacy. So, how do you start? Treat yourself as you would want him to treat you. Speak kindly to yourself. Invest in your dreams and guard your boundaries fiercely. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and walk away from anything that threatens your peace. This is not just about attracting him. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And the best part? The right man will fall in love with that version of you, not an illusion or a watered-down version, but you. Remember this: when you love yourself fiercely, you inspire him to do the same. You teach him by example how to respect you, admire you, and cherish you. Self-love isn't just a gift you give yourself. It's the spark that ignites something deeper in your relationship. As we close this section, let's affirm this truth together. I am the queen of my life. I build my kingdom with love, strength, and self-respect. Write this affirmation in the comments below. Let it be your declaration to the world. And if you're feeling inspired, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating these life-changing lessons to help you become the most empowered version of yourself. Remember, your kingdom is waiting. Build it, and love will follow. Number 2, the power of emotional anchoring. Be his safe haven. Imagine navigating a stormy sea where the waves threaten to overwhelm and the wind howls with fury. In this tempest, a lighthouse stands unwavering, a beacon of hope and safety, guiding ships to harbor. In relationships, emotional anchoring serves a similar purpose. You can be that lighthouse for your partner, a constant source of light in the chaos of life. This power to stabilize and provide security isn't just about offering comfort. It's about forging a bond that defies the storms of doubt and insecurity. A bond where love deepens in the calm you provide. Love is not merely about gazing at each other, but looking outward together in the same direction. This quote by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry captures the essence of emotional anchoring. When you focus not just on the emotional currents flowing between you, but also on standing strong beside each other, looking towards a common future, you create an environment where mutual trust and love flourish. It's about more than just being physically present. It's about being emotionally available, ready to listen and empathize, to share in joys and carry burdens together without judgment. Being someone's emotional anchor means embracing the role of a safe haven. It involves listening not just to the words that are spoken, but to the silences in between. It's recognizing when to offer advice and when to simply hold space. Picture yourself as the calm in his storm, the cool shade in his heat. Like the ancient oak that stands firm regardless of the changing seasons, your steadiness allows him to express vulnerability, secure in the knowledge that he is supported unconditionally. This level of support can transform a relationship from superficial to soul deep, turning casual affection into enduring love. However, being an anchor doesn't mean losing yourself in the waves of another's emotions. On the contrary, it involves a deep understanding of your own emotional landscape. It requires the strength of a warrior and the wisdom of a sage, qualities celebrated in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to remain composed and resilient in the face of life's challenges. By mastering your emotions, you demonstrate that it is possible to face life's storms with grace, thereby inspiring your partner to do the same. This shared journey of emotional growth and resilience becomes a dance of mutual support and respect, where both partners learn to navigate life's complexities together. The relationship then becomes a haven where both partners find peace, a testament to the power of emotional anchoring. When you cultivate this environment, you invite a level of intimacy and connection that few experiences can match. Men are often taught to mask their vulnerabilities, to uphold an image of strength devoid of emotional expression. By being his safe haven, you give him permission to dismantle these barriers, to be genuinely himself, which in turn deepens his love and appreciation for you. Let us not forget that the strongest relationships are those where vulnerability is met with empathy, where fears are shared with courage, and where the storms of life are braved together. In doing so, you not only become indispensable in his eyes, but also elevate the relationship to a realm of unconditional love and support. As we journey together in this series, remember this affirmation: I am a safe haven, not just a presence. Let this be your mantra, a reminder of the role you play in your relationship. Write it down in the comments below, affirm it in your heart, and see how it transforms your connection. If this message resonates with you, if you feel empowered to become that emotional anchor for someone you love, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are dedicated to bringing you life-changing insights and lessons, helping you build relationships that are not only fulfilling, but transformationally deep. Your engagement helps us reach more people and continue providing valuable content that can change lives. So, join us as we explore more secrets that make men fall madly in love, guided by the profound principles of Dark Stoic Psychology. Let's embrace the journey together, with hearts open and spirits strong. Number 3, live with radiance. Shine so bright, he can't look away. Imagine waking up each day to a life so vibrant and full of passion that it demands attention without a single word. When you walk into a room, the air shifts, heads turn, hearts beat a bit faster. This isn't fantasy. It's the power of living with radiance. This luminous existence is not just about attracting love. It's about becoming a beacon that guides your life and, in turn, draws others toward you. Shine like the whole universe is yours, Rumi once said. And truly, when you embrace your passions and the things that light you up inside, you start to emit a glow that is impossible to ignore. Your energy becomes contagious, your happiness a melody that others want to tune into. In the realm of relationships, this kind of energy is magnetic. It attracts love not just because it is beautiful, but because it is authentically joyful, deeply engaged with life, and undeniably powerful. Consider the sun and the moon in their celestial dance. The sun does not need to do anything other than be. It simply shines, and the whole world revolves around it. Be like the sun. Let your inner light nurture and sustain your world, drawing your partner not just to your light, but to your warmth. Let the moon reflect your brilliance in the dark times, showing that even when you are not together, your influence lingers, gentle and reassuring. Living with radiance means your presence cannot be diluted. Remember, you are not just another star in the sky. You are the sun of your own solar system. People, like planets, will gravitate toward you, basking in your warmth and light. In relationships, this means your partner is drawn to you repeatedly, captivated by your zest for life and your capacity for joy. It's about creating an environment where love can flourish because you are the constant source of light that nurtures it. But how do you cultivate this radiant life? It starts with choosing every day to engage deeply with what brings you joy, whether that's your career, your hobbies, or your relationships. It's about making choices that align with your deepest values and desires, and about letting go of anything that dims your brightness. It's not just about being positive, it's about being purposefully vibrant, passionately alive. In your relationship, this radiant energy means being a partner who adds value, who brings light to the common routines, and who constantly evolves, ensuring that the journey you're on together is as enriching as it is enlightening. As you shine in your individuality, you inspire your partner to rise, to meet you in that space where both of you can grow, not just in love, but in life. As we journey through these lessons together, remember, each step you take towards living a radiant life makes you not just a better partner, but a brighter version of yourself. Embrace this path, for it leads to a place where love is not just received, but generously given, where your light does not overshadow but enhances the light of your partner. This is not just about drawing someone in, it's about holding them, captivated and committed, in the warmth of your glow. And now, as you reflect on your own journey towards radiance, I invite you to affirm your commitment to this luminous path. In the comments below, write this affirmation: I choose to shine brightly in all aspects of my life. Let this be a declaration, a promise you make not just to yourself, but to the world. If you found a spark in this message, if you feel the warmth of its truth, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are committed to bringing you transformative, life-changing content like this. And your engagement helps us reach and inspire more people with each lesson. Remember, every like, every subscription, every comment is a step together on this journey towards a brighter, more loving world. Live with radiance. Shine so brightly that the world can't help but notice. Your light is not just a beacon, it's a revolution. Number 4. Respect your worth. Set boundaries. Like a goddess. Imagine walking through a gallery of the world's most exquisite art pieces, each surrounded by velvet ropes. These boundaries don't diminish the value of the art. They enhance it, signaling to every visitor that what lies within is worthy of the utmost respect and care. Just as these masterpieces are protected, so too should you guard the priceless painting of your soul with boundaries set firmly and gracefully. When you set boundaries like a goddess, you command respect, and create the framework for a love that enriches and honors you. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. Brené Brown. This quote encapsulates the essence of setting boundaries in relationships. It's not about pushing others away. It's about pulling your self-respect closer. It's about making it clear that your emotions, your time, and your energy are sacred spaces, and that anyone who wishes to stay must treat them as such. Boundaries are the litmus test for respect and love, filtering out those who do not value your worth. Imagine you are a temple. Only those who can walk with reverence should be allowed to enter your sacred space. Setting boundaries teaches people how to walk in that reverence. It teaches them that to be a part of your life, they must understand and appreciate your value. Every goddess in mythology had her sanctuary, a place only the worthy could visit. Be like Athena, wise and just, who only allowed the bravest of heroes to stand by her side, those who proved their valor and respected her divine laws. In relationships, the absence of boundaries often invites a parade of disrespect and emotional turmoil. When you clearly define what is and isn't acceptable in your interactions, you set the stage for genuine connection. If a man reacts poorly to your boundaries, it is not a reflection of your worth, but a revelation of his unsuitability. Let him walk away. The one who sees your boundaries as a testament to your self-respect will be drawn closer, inspired by the challenge to rise to the standards you have set. This doesn't mean constructing walls so high that no one can reach you. It means building a gate that only opens for those who appreciate the depth of what lies beyond it. It's not about harshness. It's about the soft but firm strength of knowing your worth. Think of the ocean. It embraces its shores, but always returns to itself, never losing its essence, no matter how many times it reaches out to the land. You, too, should remain true to your essence, letting no one dilute the power of your presence. As you journey through the landscape of love, let your boundaries be the compass that guides you toward emotional fulfillment and respect. Love should never cost you your dignity or your dreams. It should not demand that you shrink yourself or quiet your voice. Instead, love should celebrate your strength and dance to the rhythm of your autonomy. Now, I ask you to embrace this mantra. I set boundaries with grace and strength, inviting in only the love that respects them. Write this affirmation in the comments to remind yourself and others of the power of personal limits. Like this video if you're ready to transform your relationships with the fortitude of a goddess, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are dedicated to bringing you life-changing lessons that empower you, challenge you, and celebrate the divine power within you. Remember, setting boundaries isn't just about saying no to what you don't want. It's about saying yes to what you deserve. Your journey to love starts with a profound respect for yourself. Let that be the light that guides you. Number 5. The power of absence. Let him miss you. Have you ever noticed how much more a melody touches your soul when there's silence between the notes? That pause, the quiet space, makes the music unforgettable. Relationships are no different. The rhythm of love, like a perfect melody, needs moments of stillness to let its beauty sink in. But here's the catch. Most people are afraid of silence. They rush to fill every moment, afraid that absence might mean the connection will fade. The truth? Absence doesn't weaken love. It intensifies it. When done right, it creates the kind of longing that draws a man closer, making him realize just how much your presence enriches his life. The allure of absence isn't about playing games or creating artificial distance. It's about giving love the room it needs to breathe. Think of fire. If you smother it with too much fuel, it dies out. But if you give it just the right amount of space, it roars to life. Similarly, when you step back just enough, you allow him to feel the depth of your absence. It's in those quiet spaces that he begins to see your worth, not as something he takes for granted, but as something he can't bear to be without. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Withdraw into yourself. The inner man is a fountain of good, and it will ever spring if you will ever dig." When you pull back, you don't disappear. You retreat into your own richness. You invest in yourself, rediscover your passions, and let your own light shine brighter. This absence isn't empty, it's magnetic. It creates a gravitational pull that makes him realize he doesn't just want you, he needs you. Imagine a garden where every flower is in constant bloom. At first glance, it's breathtaking, but soon it becomes ordinary because there's no change, no anticipation. Now, think of a single rosebush that only blooms occasionally. Its rarity makes each blossom precious, something you wait for, something you cherish. That's the power of scarcity. When you're always available, always there, it's easy for your partner to become complacent. But when you create moments of absence, you become that rare bloom, impossible to ignore and unforgettable. This doesn't mean pulling away out of spite or fear. It's about creating healthy boundaries and prioritizing your own growth and happiness. Spend time doing what makes you come alive. Pursue your passions, nurture your friendships, explore new hobbies. By filling your life with joy and purpose, you show him that your world is vibrant and fulfilling, with or without his presence. That independence, it's magnetic. He'll find himself wanting to be part of your orbit, not because he has to, but because he can't resist the pull. Absence also challenges the fear of being forgotten. Let's be clear, a man who truly values you will not forget you. If a little space causes him to drift, it's a clear sign that he wasn't as invested as you deserve. And if he does miss you, and trust me, he will, he'll come back with a renewed sense of appreciation. The fear of losing something valuable ignites desire, and nothing is more desirable than a woman who knows her worth. Think of the moon. It doesn't chase the tides, yet its pull is so powerful that it commands the oceans to rise and fall. By embracing your own gravitational pull, your sense of self-worth and independence, you create the same effect. You don't chase, you attract. And the more confident you are in the power of your absence, the stronger that pull becomes. Letting someone miss you doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means creating balance. It's about knowing when to lean in and when to step back. It's about showing that your presence is a gift, not an obligation. And it's about trusting that the right man will recognize your worth, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. So the next time you feel tempted to fill the silence with a text, a call, or a quick check-in, pause. Remind yourself that true connection doesn't require constant validation. Allow him the space to reflect on what your presence means to him. Let him feel the quiet, the longing, and the realization that life without you just isn't as vibrant. As we close this, let me leave you with these words. Absence isn't a void, it's a mirror. It reflects the value of what's missing, and when you master this, you become unforgettable. Write this affirmation in the comments below. My presence is a treasure, and my absence amplifies its worth. Say it to yourself and believe it, because it's true. If this resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join this journey of empowerment. We're here to help you unlock the secrets of love and life, one lesson at a time. Remember, the most magnetic love begins with how you love and value yourself. You're worth it. Never forget that. Number 6. Speak the language of courage. Be fearlessly honest. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast canyon, the echo of your voice calling out into the void, only to have those echoes return to you, clearer and more resonant than when they first left your lips. This is the power of fearless honesty in communication, especially within the intimate dance of relationships. When you dare to speak your truth, the echoes that return are those of deeper understanding, stronger connections, and a profound respect that only truth can foster. In the realm of relationships, the courage to be honest is more than just a virtue. It is the bedrock upon which lasting love is built. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom, Thomas Jefferson once remarked, a sentiment that rings especially true when it comes to the delicate dynamics between two hearts. But being fearlessly honest isn't about brutal candor that bruises. It's about expressing your needs, desires, and boundaries in a way that is both compassionate and clear. Consider the ancient art of Japanese kintsugi, where broken pottery is mended with gold. The repairs are not hidden, but are celebrated, adding unique beauty to the piece. Similarly, when you address fractures within your relationship with golden threads of honesty, you don't just repair, you transform the relationship into something more beautiful and resilient. This metaphorical gold does not just fill gaps, it strengthens and beautifies, acknowledging that perfection lies not in never being broken, but in how the breaks are healed. Fearless honesty brings a transformative clarity to relationships. It allows you to express your deepest fears, your highest hopes, and your unfiltered thoughts. It creates a space where masks are unnecessary and vulnerability is cherished. When you communicate openly, you invite your partner to understand your true self, not an edited version shaped for appeasiveness. This level of authenticity breeds an intimacy that is both exhilarating and profound. However, speaking the language of courage also means being prepared to listen to the honesty returned by your partner. This reciprocity is not just about fairness, it is about building a bridge of mutual trust and understanding. Each honest exchange cements a stone in this bridge, eventually creating a pathway sturdy enough to withstand the heaviest of emotional burdens. As Rumi wisely said, "Raise your words, not voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder." In the garden of love, let your words be gentle rains that nurture growth, not thunder that threatens destruction. Your honesty should not wield itself like a sword, but rather flow with the grace of a stream, shaping the landscape of your relationship with persistent tenderness and respect. Let's end with a powerful call to arms for your spirit and your voice. I speak my truth with grace and listen with the same courage. Repeat this mantra in moments of doubt and watch as the landscape of your relationships shifts from uncertain terrain to a fertile valley where trust blooms in vibrant splendor. I urge you, dear viewer, to embody this fearless honesty. Write in the comments below, "I speak my truth with grace." Share your commitment to fostering deeper connections through honesty. If you find resonance in our message today, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are committed to bringing you life-changing lessons that transform your relationships and empower you to build lasting love. Together, let's continue this journey of growth and discovery. Number 7. Celebrate him, but never lose yourself. Imagine your relationship as a dance, where each step, each twirl, holds the essence of two people moving harmoniously, yet distinctly. Now consider this. Even in the most intricate of dances, each dancer has their spotlight, their moment to shine independently without overshadowing the other. This delicate balance is the key to a partnership that is both enriching and enduring. It's a dance of admiration and individuality, where celebrating him doesn't mean fading into the background yourself. Never lose yourself while trying to hold on to someone who doesn't care about losing you. The wisdom in this quote serves as a guiding star for relationships. Often, in our efforts to show love and appreciation for our partner, we risk erasing our own lines, diluting the vibrant colors that make us who we are. Remember, the strongest relationships are formed not just by celebrating each other, but by allowing each individual to flourish. Picture this. You are like the moon, complete and radiant in your solitude. When the sun shines on you, you glow, not because the sun is essential to your being, but because it highlights your inherent fullness. Similarly, when you celebrate your partner, acknowledge his achievements, support his dreams, and uplift his spirits, it should enhance your relationship without dimming your own light. Just as the moon waxes and wanes with grace, so too should you navigate your relationship, ensuring that while you illuminate his qualities, your own remain visible and valued. True strength in love comes from this mutual illumination. It's about being the mirror that reflects the best of each other without losing the clarity of your own reflection. Consider the trees in a forest. They grow tall and strong, but they do not cling to each other. They stand together, sharing the space, yet each rooted firmly in its own ground. That's how you must love him and yourself, rooted yet reaching together. Yet, how easy it is to forget ourselves, to become so involved in nurturing another that we neglect our own needs, dreams, and well-being. This is where the Dark Stoic Psychology comes into play, reminding us of the importance of emotional independence and self-respect in love. Stoicism teaches us not only to face the world with courage, but also to hold on to our essence with unwavering tenacity in relationships. It reminds us that our first duty is to ourselves, because only then can we truly contribute to a relationship. So, as you continue to support and celebrate him, make a conscious effort to maintain your identity, nurture your passions, and speak your truth with courage. Do not diminish your light. Instead, let it shine brighter. Encourage each other to pursue personal ambitions and interests. In doing so, you not only enhance your own life, but also bring new energies and inspirations into your relationship, keeping the love vibrant and dynamic. Now, let's end with this powerful affirmation. I celebrate us both, but I never forget myself. Write this down in the comments to remind yourself and others of the importance of this balance. And if this message resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We work tirelessly to bring you life-changing lessons that empower you to transform not just your relationships, but your entire life.